Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is very strange, don't you think? When you have a person accused of, not only accused, supposedly convicted of a certain kind of crime against, let's say, children, you don't invite that person to your child's birthday, do you? If he's on the sex offender registry, you don't invite that guy, right, to make balloons for the children at your child's birthday, do you? Of course not. Well, if these guys like the United States of America considers Putin and Russia such an evil country and impose sanctions and embargo and how do you call it, price cap on oil and gas, obviously flowing to Europe, that would mean that the United States will, do the same thing, will impose sanctions on the evil guy. Well, guess what? United States made the European cut their own supply of natural gas and oil, which doesn't affect the United States at all negatively. It affects the United States positively. Why? The impact is the European ask for natural gas from guess who? At a premium price, extra money. United States has enough, okay? That's one thing. But guess what United States is doing? I covered this in an article, I don't know, about a year ago or so. United States is still importing uranium from Russia. Has been doing it. They said uranium will not be sanctioned. Why? Because I think United States gets like 18%, like 9%, I think, processed, I don't know the term right now, processed enriched uranium, and I don't know, about 11% some other kind of uranium. So together it's like 18% of, or 19% of the US's production, or is coming from Russia. That's why the American says, no, uranium should not be sanctioned whatsoever. Now, how do you call this? But hey, that guy cannot go over there, only to my house and build those little balloons and make all kind of, and give it to the kids, at my child's birthday. Hypocrisy, criminal behavior, both. Let me show you this article here. Russia Today, August 24th, 2023. US doubles uranium imports from Russia. Purchases are at the highest level since 2005, according to RIA Novosti analysis. The US bought 416 tons of uranium from Russia in the first half of the year, this year, more than double the amount for the same period in 2022, at the highest level since 2005. RIA Novosti reported on Thursday, citing data from the U.S. Statistical Service. According to the report, Russia is supplying the U.S. only with enriched uranium. Okay, the other one said plus something else. A critical component for civil nuclear power generation. RIA calculations show Washington paid $696 million, $0.5 million for uranium deliveries from Russia, marking the highest value since 2002. Over the first half of the year, the cost of supplies increased by 2.5 times, and Russia's share of American imports increased by 13%, points to 32%. So I was right, because, oh my God, good memory, Emil, good job. So I was right about 19, because this plus this is 19. Great, man. Woo, I feel so good. Not. Anyway, the US also significantly increased its purchases of uranium from the UK in the first half of this year, up 28% to $383.1 million, bringing it to just under 18% of all imports. Imports from France soared to $319 million, 15% of US total imports, compared to $1.9 million for the same period in 2022. So who's got the biggest uranium market share in the United States of America? I think the guys with 32, right? Versus 28. Germany and Canada were also the top 5 uranium suppliers to the US market, accounting for 13 and 11% of imports respectively. According to a recent New York Times report, roughly a third of enriched uranium used in the US is imported from Russia. So what the... Okay, GHS Climate, a clean energy consulting company, states that 1 out of every 20 American homes and businesses was powered by Russian uranium last year. Don't forget, for Christmas, you guys take a little card. People like cards here. Thank you very much, and send it to Moscow. Okay? No? 32% you ought to do that. It's like someone pays you 32% of your income. Let's put it this way, all right? Don't you think they deserve a thanks? I think they do. Anyway, my friends, here it is. How do you call this? They can hit themselves and their industry in Europe, especially Germany. They can themselves. We blow, not we, I'm sorry. Someone, we don't know who, destroyed, it was a terrorist attack or however you want to call it, in the Baltic Sea, remember? The Nord Stream 1, Nord Stream 2 pipelines, that we don't know who did it, man. Niznai. I don't know, man. Right? Yeah, here it is, my friends, or Niznayu, something like that. So here you have it, my friends. What? I mean, is this hypocritical? Is this planned? Is this like a plan to those guys up and get under these guys' thumb even more? All of the above. I mean, if you have values, I'm always saying this, if you have values, you have principles, they're not, situational. In this one, I apply these values that I have and my values and my principles, but on this one, no, because I benefit out of this. Well, there's not a principle. So when we are extraordinary and we're the greatest country in the world and we want a world order and international law to be respected and we want a rule-based world order, then I don't want it like this. Do you? Do you want your neighbor to be allowed to go to the grocery shop, but you not? Because, I don't know, you like Tom Jones, for instance, and Tom Jones today became, unfashionable. Just think about it. That's not justice. There's no principles. And the problem is, these guys, a lot of people that I speak with here, they have no problem with that. They don't see anything wrong with that. I remember when it was... I'm gonna use it. It was a. I spoke with some. It's true. I don't want to disclose more of whom I spoke with anyway. So I spoke with some American citizens. Okay, they were not my friends, not friends of mine. I worked with them, and in the work context, we're talking about. And I read someone else the same thing, some opinion articles saying that when those guys destroyed the attacks from September 11, let's put it this way, a lot of people say, well, we should go over there, that means Middle East, and just destroy everything over there and make it a parking lot with a pump, a gas pump, and we should just go over there and get their oil, god damn it. That's what they said. A lot of them. Now you say, well, people, but they didn't see anything wrong about that proposition. And it was not only a wrong among my working co-workers. No. I heard it someone else as well. You can check newspapers if some idiots said such a thing. So I don't see a lot of people saying, yeah, okay. Because if you tell them, you know what, your energy, your clean energy, how much you pay for a month for your energy, let's say $500. I'm just giving you $500. Well, we're going to have clean energy, you're going to pay $3,000. Do you think they would say, yeah, I want clean energy? Do you think so? But this is what they're not told. They're told clean energy, but they don't tell them that might be costing even more. They don't, or not cost necessarily. You're not allowed to use for everything you got. Why? Because they will not be able to provide the amount of energy by the clean energy. And then they will say, okay, in your house, how many rooms you got? You got, let's say, 7 rooms. Only 1 bulb is allowed. More than that, we're going to fine you. Or they're going to make all kind of ways not to, allow you after a certain kind of how do you call it, usage, it just powers off your house, and that's it, or doesn't allow you to use more than a certain kind of amount of energy. They will get to that one. They will limit your. You think I'm crazy? Maybe. I don't give a shit. That's gonna happen if these guys win. These guys get it that way. You're gonna have cars, and they're gonna say you can't drive this amount. The ones with not with clean energy, the ones with fossil fuel or whatever, petroleum, gas. They will say no, you can't. You per day you can't go more than, I don't know, on average 10 miles. That's it. After 10 miles, click, turn it off. How? They do it with the guys with the DUIs. People that have problems with alcohol, drink and drive, they have some installed on their car. I don't know if you know my friends that don't live in the United States of America. They have installed on the car a little thing that the guy, before he starts the car cannot start. So he's like in the probation. So they want to make sure that when he starts driving, he's not drinking alcohol. I don't know if they figured out after he starts driving if he can drink or not. But anyway, so before the key word work, it's a little thing that he's going to blow into. That's going to tell a little gadget that's connected with the guys in, I guess, will allow you to drive it that's no alcohol in it. A PBT or whatever it's called. I can remember when I used to do the checks on people, a drug test and all that, screening and so on. So here is the same thing, and would not start the car. And that's going to happen the same with the car. So they can turn it off. After 15 miles, it shuts off. They're going to announce you. Do you think I'm crazy? Wait, my friends, wait. And not only that, the carbon emission tax, how much carbon emission was done to build these ones? They're going to be a tax. They will calculate it, and they're going to tax you. I wonder if they're going to tax me for things that I already bought. They will say, how much was this mouse? How much carbon emission was for this mouse? And they will tax you in reverse. They will tax you for what you already own. And from then, you're not going to buy it. And the tax is going to grow and grow and grow. How are you going to justify it? It's for nature. It's for climate change. Stay in your basement. They're going to put us together in apartments, all of us living like cattle. To save energy. My God, this goes too far. You think I'm crazy? Just wait. I hope we don't get that. I don't want to get that point. But watch it. You'll see. I hope we don't. But the trend goes that way. They say, yeah, clean this, global warming, But what are the consequences? They don't tell you that. They want us back in caves? Pretty much, as long as we work for them and consume something that we pay for. So it's something that you ingest all the time, but you can save. Look at the garbage cars that it has got. Everything that they're building right now is garbage. That is garbage compared with quality things that were built before. When I used to live in Romania, I'm going to go now longer, but when I lived, how much am I? 13 minutes. When I lived in Romania, when I was a child, when you had something made in the USA, you would die with that one. They would come with you in the grave. That's how strong and quality made. Made in USA or made in West Germany. These were the ones. Nothing else. Sometimes the Russian shit was also durable. But anyway, Soviet. Because they were, but it was not the same as the Americans in many, because the Americans were, anyway, different. The Soviets were building something big. They were standing over there, but the Americans were building the same thing, smaller and a little bit more nicer. But they were durable. You can, made in the USA forever. Now they make cars that don't run more than this amount of miles, and then boof, they die. 3 years, 4 years, you're done. Things you buy, they die. How in the hell? My telephone. Why in the fuck? I have to change my telephone almost 2 or 3 years. Somehow it doesn't work anymore. And when I go over there, say, oh, you have this phone. Oh, it's an old phone. What do you mean old phone? When you were in the old times, you had a phone, that would work tens of years. You can use it forever. No, now after 3 years, they bombard your phone, and then, it doesn't work. Oh, it's an old one. You need a new one, and you go over there, you pay $1,000 for a phone? When I went to buy my last phone, I went over there and I said, well, I want something to about, that's how much I would pay. The most $300 for a phone. $300 is a joke. The cheapest was about 750 or something. So I came with 300. The guy was like, this guy lived in a cave for the past, I don't know, 10 years or something. Yes, that's exactly how I feel about things. A phone, $1,000? What the hell? To call someone and to a little bit, that's it? What do you need else? What does it do? And it dies after 3 years. I exchanged already, I don't know how many. By the way, there's a storm outside with thunders and lightning and all that, so the tension, I don't know if it's still working or not here, but anyway, making the video. So here is, my friends, you know, I am sick of these guys that tell you to do something and they do the opposite, and they will have whatever they want. You will be the one, us will be the one that will be restricted in the consumption of things. They will not. Remember when we had the mask mandates, that garbage? Remember that one? Remember when it was the Super Bowl? The people in the audience over there in the stands were wearing masks like cattle, and the guys, the VIPs, were partying without. What was that all about? Remember? It was Magic Johnson, I think. It was, what's his name? The other, another little, and we're special. Remember Obama when he had that wedding or whatever he had? No wedding. His birthday. Remember how that was? With the mask mandates and many other things. It's for you and I, not for them. I saw that in the communist Romania. Oh my God, what's going on here? Thank you very much for being with me again today. I saw this in the communist Romania as well, so I lived through it, and I saw how some people are just better than others, seems like, because they can do certain things the rabble cannot, and I don't think we are part of them. We are part of the other option, considered by them. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.